Let me bring in our second newsmaker now. Joining us is Jagdambika Pal, who is a BJP MP and also the chairman of the Joint Parliamentary Committee on the Waqf Amendment Bill. Jagdambika Pal, as the chairman of the JPC on Waqf Amendment Bill, how do you respond to this partial stay and the court's concerns on procedural safeguards?
It is not a partial stay. It is only for the time being. Honorable Supreme Court has taken some view and observation, either you can say verdict. Okay, now, till the state should formulate the rules for the practicing of 5 years Islam. So it is only for the time being. And now, whatever today's Supreme Court has given this verdict, it is absolutely a victory of a parliamentary democracy, because the piece of legislation on Waqf Amendment Act was just comes through the JPC. JPC did a lot of exercise for the last 6 months. We took 36 meetings also, and exhaustive for on an average 7-8 hours every day. The opposition, they are charging that we have not given an opportunity in front of JPC. I think so. They have given adequate time, at least for 6, 7, 8 hours. You have seen in all the 36 meetings, they were all present. If sometimes any tensions, some towards things been happen, even after half an hour, again the meeting has been resumed now. And even not only we took meeting 36 at Delhi only, we have taken extensive tour throughout the country. Today I'm in Bhubaneswar, even Bhubaneswar, Calcutta, Guwahati, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bengaluru. There, the whole entire Joint Parliamentary Committee met with a lot of stakeholders, All India Muslim Personal Law Board, SIA Board, Sunni Waqf Board, and even in Parliament on the floor of the House, I should say in the history of the Parliament, for the first time, more than 14 hours, 15 hours, the discussion takes place on the floor of the House on this particular bill, in Lok Sabha also and Rajya Sabha also. So after due diligence and this exhaustive participation of debate from opposition also, I'm very thankful. The entire opposition, they have participated also, and they have endorsed the view. After due deliberations and discussions and exhaustive, then this bill was enacted from both the houses. So now today, what Supreme Court has given a decision, it is endorsed, it is a stamp on that constitutional act. So certainly it is a victory of parliamentary democracy. It is a victory of the power and strength of the legislature also.
जगदम्बिका पाल जी, आप इसको अपनी विक्ट्री देखते हैं, पेटिशनर्स भी इसको अपनी विक्ट्री देख रहे हैं, क्योंकि if I'm looking at number of tweets which have been put out by various Congress leaders, they are of the opinion that the collector will not decide whether a property is waqf or not. Another provision where they see a success is that the CEO of the board must be a Muslim. In the state Waqf board, no more than 3 members can be from any other religion. In the central Waqf board, no more than 4 members. And again, there is a provision of, there is a stay on the condition that a property can be made Waqf only if the person has been a Muslim for 5 years. Is this then some setback? Because there are certain, some kind of balancing which has been done here in this interim order.
Not the least, because they are telling a lie. They were deadly opposing that why any non-Muslim should be included either in state Waqf board, either in National Minority Commission, because they gave a lot of examples for some endowment also, some even, I think so, religious board also. So then categorically our department, Ministry of Minority, and even officers also, and even I have said, now Waqf board is not a religious body. Minority Commission is not a religious body. Waqf board is a statutory body where the officers, they have been appointed to look after the Waqf property. So then I think so if any institution is a statutory body, there should be appointment from the non-Muslims also, because it is only for the administrative purposes. So they were against the not even a single Muslim. But today Supreme Court has given the verdict that at least 3 non-Muslims can be appointed in a state work board, and 4, they can be appointed in national minority commissions. So certainly whatever we have raised are concerned, I think so that has been endorsed, and that was even in bill also, and it was endorsed by the Supreme Court also. Only they are only just, I think so, misleading to the nations. What number of suggestions even in our Joint Parliamentary Committee we accepted. We have made 14 recommendations, and government is very kind enough. Our recommendations they have accepted also, and then amended bill was just enacted on the table of the House, and it was passed from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha after a detailed deliberations and discussions also, and a lot of the things.
Jagdambika Pal, the Supreme Court expressed concern over the provisions giving government officials the power to decide on Waqf property disputes, because staying some of these powers. How do you then respond to the court's emphasis on separation of powers and its implications for the Act?
There is only, I agreed also, there is a separation of power. But in today, what Supreme Court has said, that is only mentioned about the separation of power, not separation of substance. And here it is only separation of substance. In districts, who is the custodian of the land? Either government land, private land, farmers' land. I think so. Collector is not an individual. Collector is not a man of someone. Either government, whoever so today, either we may be in governance, tomorrow somebody may be else, other party also. But now a permanent organ, only district magistrate, he is a custodian of all the records of the lands. If any dispute arises somewhere, so only on the basis of the record of the collectorate, only I think so any decision can be taken by the judiciary also. So far there is no power. If anybody is aggrieved, suppose that your land has been declared as a work property, and in any case, if you are aggrieved, only you can go to the tribunal, and tribunal if gives adverse any decision, so you can't move, you can't file any appeal in High Court and Supreme Court. I think so. Article 300A, what provides? Article 300A provides you anybody, a citizen of the country, if he owns his own property, if he is aggrieved, he can go to the High Court, he can go to the Supreme Court also. So in 2013, Congress UPA government had just, I think so, did this right. Now in this present Amendment Act, now anyone can go to the High Court and Supreme Court to protect his own land.
All right, Jagdambika Pal, Chairman of the Joint Parliamentary Committee on Waqf, thank you for joining us and sharing your views on the interim order of the Supreme Court on the Waqf Amendment Act.